Hey everybody, this is Kerry with the weekly forecast for February 8th through the 14th, 2026. What a crazy year it has been so far. I think I'm going to get my annual forecast done tomorrow. The week behind me wasn't exactly as I expected. I fell back ill again, feeling much better. So thanks again for everybody for thinking about me and patience and all of that. So looking ahead this week, the general things we're seeing are uh, the moon is waning. It's going to be moving toward the clump of planets in Aquarius for an eclipse next week. Also next week is that Saturn and Neptune conjunction, which seems pretty interesting. So that'll be next week. But you can see up there that the NE at 6 degrees 9 and the SA at 512 is, they're getting closer. Saturn is edging up on Neptune. As far as planetary speed goes, they're both moving kind of fast as well. So it also feels like everything's moving a little bit fast. And what an interesting, unexpected year it's been so far. So as the moon wanes, we tend to lose a little bit of mental and physical energy. But we're not quite there yet. So this week to me, looks a little bit exciting. It feels like we're getting clear on some things. And also that clarity is bringing the urge to make extreme changes on physical or even collective levels. So it feels like things are running pretty fast. On Thursday, aside from the moon this week, the only planet that's shifting signs is the sun. The sun will be moving into Aquarius from Capricorn on Thursday the 12th. So that's really bringing a lot of energy into Aquarius by the end of the week. And that will be the case for all of next week as well. So I guess get ready. Get ready for you don't know what. Because the feeling of unexpectedness that actually has been permeating this whole entire 2026 so far, I think it has a lot to do with the very strong Rahu positioned in Aquarius with, now it's with Mercury and Venus, but it's in Shatabishak Nakshatra, which is very dynamic. And as well, we have that retrograde Jupiter energy still beaming into Aquarius. So as we get more and more planets built up into that Aquarius zone, like right now we have Rahu, Mercury, and Venus, the three amigos, and the sun's going to be joining, and then eventually Mars. So, but for this week, after the sun moves, I feel like that it puts a lot of emphasis on Aquarius with Jupiter aspecting in there. But the other main thing I'm feeling is the Mars and Saturn will be flanking Aquarius. So Saturn tends to feel like pressure and Mars tends to feel like force. So it's almost like force and pressure on us, on all of us. And with this retrograde Jupiter, which seems kind of wiggly. So yeah, try to find your clarity and your resolution this week, and keep that with you, because those are the changes you're going to need to face for yourself. And it might feel like I'm not ready, but it might be time. With Saturn and Mars both kind of squeezing that Aquarius zone. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is that I talk about the nakshatras almost every week at this point. That's one of the factors of the moon. Another really important factor that can affect like what is each day good for is something called the Tithi scheme. So Tithis are another measure of how the moon and sun relate to each other. So at any given moment, the moon is either moving away from the sun or moving toward the sun. That will be this week. The moon's moving toward where the sun is, which also means it's a waning moon and it's the dark half of the moon. So the Tithi scheme is very interesting. I'm not going to teach us all about that right now, but I just wanted to let you know that my new idea for this week, and let me know what you think, is to I'm analyzing the nakshatra and Tithi, and I've come up with a little key phrase for each day. So let me know if that's helpful and if you like that. Because I'll abandon it otherwise if it doesn't work for you. So let's just get going. This is Sunday, the 8th of February. And as you can see, the sun is at the end degrees of Capricorn, which is Saturn's sign. And just a note, Saturn and the sun are not super cozy with each other. They are designated as enemies to each other, although they are also seen as a father and son duo. I did a Vedic story time. I'll link it up here for you. That tells the story of the Saturn and Sun. It's really interesting archetypes and themes. So while the Sun every year goes through Saturn's territory, which is 2 months in a row because Saturn's signs are next to each other, I feel like we get a lot of those themes of the Saturn-Sun enmity. So yeah, the sun is on Sunday, the 8th, is still going to be in Capricorn, and you can see there that the moon is in middle degrees of Libra, which is Swati Nakshatra. Swati has the symbol of a little tiny blade of grass waving in the wind. The feeling of like I'm being jostled comes up a lot with Swati. And by no fault of my own or desire of my own, I'm being pushed around. So this is also, Libra is an air sign, and this is the trine. The air sign trine has a lot of energy in it right now. That retrograde Jupiter is there, and the Rahu, Mercury, Venus in Aquarius is there. So the first couple of days of the week, Sunday and Monday, when the moon is in Libra, it might feel like there's a lot going on that you have no control over. So my words for Sunday are move out. Move out. We got to go. Well, ready or not, it's that feeling of put that foot in front of the other foot and walk and go. So that will be on Sunday. And then let's just go to Monday. Monday is the 9th of February. Vishaka Nakshatra is where the moon is. So you can see it's at the late degrees of Libra, and it will move over into Scorpio on that day. But for the most part, it will stay in that Vishaka Nakshatra. The symbol for that is a gateway or a triumphal arch. To me, that implies, and especially because it's one of those nakshatras that spans between signs, it's one of those feelings of I'm going through something. We're emerging. So the words for today are emergent victory. This is Monday, the emergent victory. So we're moving out, and then we're going through a gateway, and we're coming to the other side, and we're winning. It may not feel that way, but take that with you in the sense of even small steps and what might seem like minor or insignificant moves are actually one step closer to where you want to be. So think about that. Okay, Sunday and Monday we've got that Libra moon, and then Monday especially we're going through something. We're moving through. Tuesday, the 10th of February, the moon is in Anuradha Nakshatra, and that's fully within the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio right now kind of seems a little bit hidden. I mean, it's always hidden. It's Scorpio. But at this point, like no major planets are aspecting Scorpio. So Tuesday, based on the Nakshatra and Tithi, which is Krishna Navami, for those of you interested. My words are connective, cleanse. So the feeling of we're not dissolving everything, and we're not leaving, and we're not abandoning, but we're cleaning things out. And Anuradha has the feeling of relationship with it, social contracts, that kind of thing. And I know we're moving up on that Hallmark holiday called Valentine's Day, which comes on Saturday. I think it's going to be a strange Valentine's Day. The feeling of like, hey, let's get together for forever and ever. I'm just not feeling it this week, to be honest. So Tuesday, it might feel that way too. Like I don't want to lose anything. I don't want to leave anything, but I gotta clean some things out. There you go. Wednesday, the 11th, the moon is in Jesta nakshatra. It's the Jesta is completely in Scorpio as well. It goes right up to the edge between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So the moon starts out the day in Scorpio and will end the day by crossing that gap over into Sagittarius. So my words for today are consolidated completion. It's like we've done a lot of work. We're finishing up something. And that's what it's going to be, right? So Wednesday, those are the words. Thursday is the 12th, and this is the day that the sun will move into Capricorn. So you can see the sun there in the very beginning of the day is quite at the edge. It's 29:39, and it will quickly move over into Capricorn, joining that group in Aquarius. So that's the main thing on Thursday. The moon starts out the day in Mula nakshatra, which is the very first sliver of Sagittarius. Very fiery energy in Mula. And let's remember that a month and a half ago, I was talking a lot about Sagittarius with Jupiter and Saturn both aspecting that sign. So it feels like an ending, but it also feels like an ending that leads towards something else. So my words for today are leap of faith, right? So the sun is moving to Capricorn, the moon is in Mula Nakshatra, and it is Krishna. It's Ekadashi, for those who know. That's a good day for fasting, etc. But it feels like Thursday might be that day if you need to do something that takes a little bit of courage and feels like a big leap. That could be your day. On Friday the 13th. Oh, Friday the 13th. Of course. It just occurred to me we're having a Friday the 13th this week. So no astrological basis for that whole tradition, but culturally, we feel the kind of scariness of Friday the 13th. That day, the moon will start the day in Purvashada Nakshatra, and combined with the Tithi, I'm saying this is a new start. Purvashada has a very flowy energy. Generally, having Saturn and retrograde Jupiter aspecting feels a little less flowy. Nonetheless, we walk, we have to go. So it does feel like a good day to start things and get going on things. And just to again reiterate, the moon is waning. It's going to be moving out of Sagittarius into Capricorn, and then all of these planets up in Aquarius are going to start really singing with that revolutionary energy. So this is Saturday, the end of the week. It's Valentine's Day, the 14th of February. And the moon starts out the day in Uttarashada, which is another spanner nakshatra. It goes between Sagittarius and Capricorn. So anytime the moon's moving over a border like that through one nakshatra, it feels like it's a transitional day. But I'm giving this day to self-love. I know we talk about romantic love a lot on Valentine's Day, and the idea and actually pressure and force of feeling like I need to be in a relationship, or I have to do something romantic, or have to do something connective, and if I'm not, then I'm missing the boat. That's a lot of pressure and force. So maybe let yourself out of that, and rather find a little self-care, self-love, and just quietness, perhaps. It's funny because romance seems so connective and attached, and there's a lot of that energy in the Valentine's Day. But Saturday tends to be Saturn's day. Saturn separates and tends to make being alone the case. So even if you're in a couple, or you're in a relationship already, maybe take a little time for yourself on Saturday, and show up sparkly, because you feel good. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I don't have a lot for you today, this week. And if you're still listening, I just wanted to update you on a few things. I've talked a lot about this school I want to make online, still in progress. I've picked an auspicious date for that. So March 20th is going to be my launch date. So just keep tuned. I'll keep giving you more details as they come to me. So let me know what you think about this this new format of keywords and key phrases, if that's useful. Because I'm trying to make them flexible, that they could attach to any of our individual agendas. So that's what I've got. I thank you again for listening and tuning in. I really enjoy your comments and likes and all of that. So thank you, and have a great week. Take care.